champagne breakfasts, and in general the consumption of large amounts of alcohol.
Gotta have the alcohol, man.
That's one thing we know.
Ain't gonna miss a beat with that one.
That's one thing we know.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
On April 30th, people here in Sweden and in neighboring countries like Germany, Finland, Denmark, and Estonia celebrate an annual feast day known locally as Valborgsmässoafton, or more often called by the shorter name Valborg. It is a day that is celebrated in different ways across different regions, but it's generally a communal event where people gather to light big bonfires, sing songs, and hold speeches to announce the arrival of summer, and for students at various universities, as is usually the case, a chance to get very, very drunk. But what are the origins of this feast? Why do we celebrate it, and what's up with the bonfires? Valborgsmässoafton translates as the eve of Walpurgis's Mass and is often called simply Walpurgis Night in English. The tradition dates back to medieval times in Germany, from where it spread to neighboring countries, including here in Sweden. As is often the case with traditions here, it originates in Catholicism and with an 8th century English missionary called Saint Walpurga. Walpurga, from which the Swedish name Valborg derives, was a prominent Christian figure at the time who came to Germany as a missionary with the aim of converting the local population to Christianity. She appears to have been quite successful at this, and pretty shortly after her death, around the year 777, she was canonized as a saint on May the 1st, 870. And this is actually the origin of this feast day. It is a celebration of the canonization of Saint Walpurga on May the 1st. The celebration on April 30th, called the Eve of St. Walpurgis's Mass, is, as the name suggests, a celebration of the eve before May 1st, much like Christmas Eve or Easter Eve as it is known over here. And since the Middle Ages, this day has been celebrated across Northern Europe. It has direct origins in religious history and in the Catholic Church, but Valborg is also a lot more than this.
What a history. So y'all really took all the way. I'm saying y'all took pages out the book and still do it today. That's interesting. And I just want to tap into this picture, bro. So yeah, this is a whole bunch of bonfires. And I mean, is it? It's
maybe
little
holding something. No, it's too bright.
This is mad bright. This look like a whole bunch of bonfires. So from the previous video we just seen, look like they get together and they just do it one. But this is multiple. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm looking at, this look like multiple bonfires. Pretty cool. Okay.
Okay, and we do know that with religious festivals and observations, people take it seriously.
Oh, 100%.
We know we do. You know, I just can't think. I'm not Catholic, so I can't really think of anything that we celebrate. Other than Mardi Gras, like in our home state or whatever. So, if y'all know, let us know anything that's similar to this in the States.
Just so happens to fall on an important non-religious day as well. The last day of April has been considered a transitionary point where winter turns to spring and summer.
Nice.
It is often on May 1st that the cows and other cattle are released and allowed to graze outside again for the first time during the year. In Sweden and in the general consciousness of most regular people who partake in the celebrations, this connection to the arrival of spring is a lot more apparent and important than a relatively obscure Christian saint that most people don't know about anyway. Valborg is quite a popular feast day that many people participate in different ways. There are some recurring features of this day which everyone knows about and does, but as is often the case when it comes to religious rituals and traditions, people don't always really know why they are doing any of those rituals. On Walpurgis's night, the Swedes will gather outside to socialize. Usually the local government or inhabitants have arranged activities like food, musical performances, and generally to promote a feeling of community.
Okay,
Music plays an important role, as choirs will often perform traditional songs in celebration of the arrival of spring. It's also common that a local celebrity or politician holds a speech on the same subject. Valborg has become an especially important holiday for the students in the country. Valborg celebrations at various universities, like that in Uppsala, can be very intricate and complex, involving various steps and stages like marches, choirs singing, picnics, champagne breakfasts, and in general the consumption of large amounts of alcohol.
Gotta have the alcohol, man.
That's one thing we know.
Ain't gonna miss a beat with that one.
That's one thing we know. Okay, so what is like the general, how do I ask this question? Is the majority of the population of the Catholic faith? If the students participate in it, like how does that work? Or if the students participate, they don't necessarily have to be of that faith. Is it something like that?
Yeah, like open to the community almost.
Right, because we have that here.
Yeah, you did mention that it's a little complex for some people. So are there any teachings at all with this? Like, are people just knowing this is something that happens out in the town, everybody just going to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Right. Listen to, like, during speeches, is there any way that people bring up a level of history with this to get them up to speed? Because you got babies out there, you know, they're not thinking about it.
Right, okay, because I remember when we were back in school and even in college, they would have some holidays and I wasn't familiar with the holiday, but I'm like, ooh, day off, cool.
Coloring sheets.
For the babies?
For the babies. I'm going way back because, you know, like, but coloring sheets, you know what I'm saying? We always had coloring sheets to identify with a level of history to what is coming up or what we finna get involved in. For instance, excuse me, for instance, Thanksgiving. We was coloring.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. But you get what I'm saying, though.
Right, because I remember back in the day, they used to dress us up like the Native Americans. I remember coming home. My daddy did not
arts and crafts. Yeah, arts and crafts. Why you gotta pay for the school fees to get that glue in there?
Yeah, but let us know.
Yeah, facts.
Celebrations usually take place in a relatively open field, and the most important and common feature of Valborg is the lighting of a big bonfire.
I see that.
The origins and reasons behind this bonfire isn't entirely known, and various theories are often put forth. Saint Walpurga herself became strongly associated with protection against evil spirits and witches. Some traditions claim that on April 30th, because of this transition between winter and spring and summer, witches and evil spirits are more active, and the most common explanation for the bonfire is that it has the purpose of warding away these malignant forces. Others argue that it is related to the arrival of spring and the releasing of cattle to outside environments. As a result of this, the farmers would light bonfires to ward off predators that could easily prey on the newly released cattle. In any case, the reason behind the fires and all of the other rituals aren't really that important. This is
it sounds almost like a purge, where you're kind of cleansing the new air and you're bringing in a fresh breath for the people to have a successful beginning. Almost. That's what it sounds like. It's pretty cool if you think about it like that, too.
Definitely.
Good example to show the nature of how religious traditions and rituals generally work. People don't always care why they do things, but only care about the very doing itself.
Right.
Most Swedes don't light the bonfire and celebrate Valborg because they want to remember Saint Walpurga and her powers to ward off evil forces. They do it because everyone does it. They do it because their parents did it, because it's just something we do. Religion and rituals is first and foremost something that we do. As many scholars of religion today argue, the action or performing of a ritual itself is what always comes first. It's the priority. Any rationalization about why a ritual was performed comes secondarily, if at all. It is through ritual actions and ritualization that we create meanings, that we create social bonds and identities, and that is, at least according to one interpretation, what religion and ritual is all about. And any sort of metaphysical or cosmological meaning behind any ritual in that sense is really secondary. Rituals like that on Valborgsmässoafton are performed not because of some underlying theological or existential purpose or reason, but because they bring a sense of familiarity and comfort. It creates a sense of social belonging and cohesion, being a communal festivity in which a large amount of people participate. It's not about Saint Walpurga, or really about the arrival of spring and summer, but about us and how we interact and create bonds and connections to other people and a larger social context. And I think all of this can give us a few things to think about when it comes to traditions, what their functions are and how we relate to them. Glad Valborg, and I'll see you next time.
Heard that. Make sure y'all check the rest out. So I like the fact that he inserted some more rituals that they was doing around the world. Because just like how most people aren't familiar with this, there's others where people are not familiar with as well. And as you can see, people do things differently. And I love the fact that he added it's about communion. You know, everybody getting together. It's like us from Mardi Gras. You know, you're going to see cousin, auntie, aunt. You're going to see everybody. People you went to school with, people you grew up with. Everybody's going to be there. So it's a cool environment.
Yeah, meet new people and just enjoy the holiday together. Like, that's one of the holidays that we love. Like, our state... There's goods and bads to our state, you know, but Mardi Gras is something that we all can come on one accord. There's different types of, you know, we all celebrate different things separately, but for the parades and things, we come together and we dancing together, listening to our music together, you know, enjoying our culture together. And that's what matters. It's the people. Regardless of religious backgrounds, socio-economic backgrounds, all of that. We come together. So I love this. I love that that's a day that y'all come together. And let us know, if you are not of the Catholic faith, do you participate in this? That'll be interesting.
Did he mention how long it goes on for? I don't think he mentioned how long it goes on for.
Yeah, I don't think
so. This is like a full 24-hour type of thing where people get together early in the afternoon and just till nighttime, just keep going, and keep going.
I don't know. Y'all let us know.
Let us know.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.